Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to our Wednesday afternoon lockdown live stream. We're live on YouTube. We're going to be here for the next hour. Just checking in while we remain in lockdown for the coronavirus. And we're just going to see how we're all doing. And as I say, we'll be here for around an hour, and I'll be taking as many of your questions as I possibly can. And we'll also be doing a little bit of screen sharing as well. So we're going to look at the latest observations from XC Weather. We're also going to have a look at the ECM ensembles from the Icelandic Met Office. We didn't show those in this afternoon's second video update. I held those back. So we'd have something to look at for the live stream. So we'll be looking at those of ECM ensembles from the Icelandic Met Office. Towards the end of the video, when we're around halfway through, around 4:30, the midday run of the GFS will be starting to update. So it's going to take a little while to get the charts through for Sunday. I'm not sure we'll quite be able to fit them in before we end the live stream, but around sort of 5 minutes before the live stream, we'll have a look at the latest GFS, and we'll try and see if it's still bringing the -10 Celsius ice firm into northern Scotland over the weekend on Sunday, because that's very unusual. I can't remember the -10. I'm sure it has happened. Someone will tell me, I'm sure, in a moment. But I can't remember the -10 Celsius ice firm getting into the UK in the middle of May. So we'll see. I'm still expecting that the GFS and all the other models will kind of start pulling the -10 Celsius ice firm up short of the UK before too much longer. And in reality, that won't get to us. Won't get into the UK. But we shall see. And as each run of the models keeps going by, and as each run keeps showing this -10 Celsius ice firm getting into the UK, it gets more likely that it could happen, but we're still a little way off the weekend. So we shall see anyway, and hopefully we'll be able to have a look at the GFS that'll be like in the last 5 minutes before we wrap things up. So yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy, get yourself a cup of tea, or maybe something a little bit stronger if you'd like to do that, and we'll try and entertain you for the next hour or so. Whilst we're in lockdown. What a lovely day it's been today, hasn't it? Absolutely gorgeous day. Unbroken sunshine here in Northampton. There's been a cloud in the sky all day. And I don't know about you, but I think the sky is a little bit bluer without all of the vapour trails and that since the lockdown. I think the sky's gone a little bit deeper shade of blue, actually. So you have to let me know what you think to that in the comments. Is that right, or has it always been this deep shade of blue? Let me know what you think. Right, so I see we've got 27 people with us right now already, been here for less than 5 minutes, so a big thanks to everybody for tuning in so far to our Wednesday afternoon live stream. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video, and let us know that you're enjoying the live stream. So Super Chat is enabled, of course, for this live stream, so if you want to Super Chat and have your comment stand out, then you can very easily do that. You can also donate to the stream through Streamlabs. I think you pay with PayPal for that. And like the stream, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you aren't subbed. Then please sub, and also with the bell notification as well. When you subscribe, you subscribe through the bell notification thing, and that means that you'll be notified when we're releasing videos, when we're live streaming, and all of that sort of thing. You should get notifications coming through, and that stops you being unsubscribed. A few people do get unceremoniously unsubscribed for some reason from their favourite YouTube channels, and apparently the workaround from that is to subscribe through the bell notification icon. I don't know how that works, but that's what I've heard anyway on other other rather larger YouTube channels to Gaz Worthy's, although Gaz Worthy's YouTube channel is growing all the time, of course. Right, so I see we've got plenty of comments in already, so it's always nice to see the live chat nice and busy. I see we've got our moderator with us, Paul James, is going to be moderating the stream today, so thank you, Paul, for being with us this afternoon. And if everybody can give, if everyone say thanks to Paul and give Paul a thumbs up, that's absolutely great. Thank you so much for moderating our stream today, Paul. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments then. So we've got Sane in, first comment up. Afternoon, gang. So afternoon, Sane, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, and hope you're having a lovely day. We've got VK24 saying afternoon, Gav. So afternoon, VK. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. And VK is also saying, Gav, I never seen snow showers in the north and 25 degrees and big summer thunderstorms in the south at the same day. What is your opinion? Well, VK, it is very unusual, certainly, but I have known this to happen before. It happened in 1997. Over the bank holiday weekend, sort of May Day, early May bank holiday weekend of 1997. I remember it quite well that the bank holiday weekend started off really hot. Just after the 1997 general election, if anybody remembers that, that's when Tony Blair won his first landslide. Just on that day and the day after, it was really, really hot temperatures, kind of into the 80s Fahrenheit. On the Saturday, it's still very warm, but big showers broke out, thunder broke out in the afternoon in the north, and then those storms got more widespread on the Sunday, and that was the proper breakdown day on the Sunday. Temperatures slid away, and by the bank holiday Monday, it was pouring with rain, snowing in the north, and we've gone from something like around 27, 28 degrees at the start of that bank holiday weekend to, well, for northern areas, like only 2 or 3 degrees above freezing on that Monday, I should say, bank holiday Monday afternoon, Monday evening. I did a historic video about it many, many, many years ago. One of the very first historic weather videos I did on the old Gavin Partridge channel, that's now like a personal vlogging sort of channel, but initially that's where we had the weather videos, and I did a historic video about it a long time ago. I'm not very good on that video because I just sort of learning how to do the videos really, but it's still there on the old YouTube channel, and there's a playlist that shows all of the historic weather videos on that old original YouTube channel. So if anybody wants to go back and have a look at it, you'll be able to see how it all came together. But I think that's roughly what happened over that bank holiday weekend of early May 1997. So it has happened before, VK. It can happen. You get very strange swings in the weather at this time of the year. You certainly can do. April and May can be very, very fickle months indeed. So you can get pretty much... April is one of those months, actually. It was just beyond April now, but April is one of those months where you can get anything. Anything can happen in April. You can get anything from like a blizzard all the way up to summer heat and anything in between. In April, and the same is true to a less extent on the cold side, but the same is true to some degree for May as well. May is a very, very, very fickle month at the best of times, so these things can happen. We've got 42 people with us right now, so thanks so much everybody for tuning in to our Wednesday afternoon lockdown live stream. That's really fantastic of you all to be with us this afternoon. We're going to try and keep you entertained for the next hour or so. Dylan Holbrook is with us saying good afternoon all. Hope you're all okay. Beautiful sunshine and very pleasantly warm temperatures in Essex today after a few cooler, breezier days. Yes, Dylan, we've lost that easterly, haven't we? At long last, that easterly has finally gone, and it's feeling a lot warmer out there. It is a warmer day anyway, because the high pressure is now centrally located across the country rather than being like to our north. So it is a warmer day anyway. But that said, without the wind, it certainly feels a lot warmer out there. I was out there an hour or so ago cutting the grass, doing a bit of gardening. It certainly is very, very warm out there this afternoon. going to be even warmer tomorrow and even warmer still on Friday. So I think by Friday we're probably going to be seeing temperatures up like mid-20s Celsius. But then watch out for what happens over the weekend. Sharky Train is with us saying, hi Gav, currently 15 degrees and sunny in Bodmin, Cornwall. That's great to hear, Sharky. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. Great to hear that the sun's out in Bodmin. Someone was reporting earlier on, but it was disappointingly cloudy and drizzly down there in the southwest. So it sounds like things have perked up a little bit this afternoon. Anyway, Shiram is with us saying, afternoon, Gavin. So afternoon, Shiram. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. Hope you're having a lovely day. And Katrine is with us as well, saying good afternoon, Gav, and good afternoon, everyone. So good afternoon, Katrine. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon and tuning in to our live stream. We've got City Andy with us saying afternoon all. And good afternoon, Andy. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. Hope you're having a lovely afternoon. Hope weather is not too bad at all where you are. Now, we've got a new name. So we've got Ella Trisk saying, hi Gab, just finished work and sat in my garden on this beautiful day, vodka and relaxing. Well, that sounds nice, Ella, but don't overdo the vodka, of course. But if that's what you want to do on your Wednesday afternoon after work, then why not? The weather is certainly nice enough to be able to do that. We've also got James with us, James Jukebox, saying afternoon Gav, temperatures in the 20s, possible electrical storms and an Arctic blast. What a weather week. Yes, certainly, James. Very interesting 5-day forecast today, wasn't it? One of the more interesting 5-day forecasts that we've done. The stats show that the 5-day forecast rates as one of the least watched videos, I suppose, because most of the information that we have in the 5-day forecast, people can get that from like UK Met and BBC and whatnot. So the 5-day forecast is always one of the lower watched and rated videos. But sometimes, just occasionally, it's the reason I keep it going, really. Also the fact that it's like bread and butter forecasting. So we do a lot of long range and experimental stuff at Gav's Service. But sometimes it's nice to go back and just do very basic weather forecasting for a few days ahead. So that's why I like to do the 5-day forecast really. But sometimes, actually, the 5-day forecast and the weekend forecast can coincide with very, very interesting spells of weather. And I think this is one of the more interesting 5-day forecasts that we've done. So, yes, it's all going to be going on over the next few days, definitely so. And thank you so much for being with us as well, James. So we've got Mark Kanish with us saying, hi Gavin, hope you're well. Looks like they may, if they can, and dare to say so, and then gradually start taking some measures early next week to ease the lockdown, I think. So, yes, I've heard that. It looks like the lockdown will be starting to be eased slightly next week. It's going to take a while before we get out of lockdown because it assumes that there's no flare-ups, flare-ups of the virus. But very gradually, it looks as though we may start to see a slight easing of the lockdown beginning like next week, and then I assume that will gradually be increased through May and on into June. We're going to keep doing the lockdown live streams for the time being, and I'll keep abreast of the situation. When people start returning to work, we may stop doing the Wednesday afternoon lockdown live stream because I assume that the viewership will go down quite a bit if people are at work and whatnot on a Wednesday afternoon. So we may stop doing Wednesday afternoon when lockdown is eased and just concentrate on the Sunday live stream. Obviously, it won't be a lockdown live stream on a Sunday, but we'll carry on live streaming definitely on a Sunday, I think. But the Wednesday one we may stop doing that when lockdown sort of ends. But for the time being, we're still in lockdown, and there's not going to be any dramatic ending to lockdown. I think lockdown will still carry on for at least the next 3 or 4 weeks. So there's going to be more, there's going to be more Wednesday afternoon lockdown live streams definitely in the next few weeks. That's for sure. We've got David with us saying, hi Gav, just just made it. Got a beer on and got beer on the go. Niven, sunny in the garden. Well, it sounds like you're having a lovely time, David. I'm not sure what Niven is, but it sounds like you're in the garden and you're having a beer and you're listening to the live stream. So thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, and I hope you're having a great time in the garden with your beer. Shiram is asking, hello Gavin, remember back before the classic 1980s winters, bonfire night used to always be cold and frosty. Yeah, I remember quite a lot of cold and frosty bonfire nights in the 1980s, Shiram. I think it was a classic decade, really, for cold, frosty bonfires, bonfire nights. Yeah, that's definitely right. Before a lot of those cold 1980s winters, it did tend to be pretty chilly, to say the least, on those bonfire nights. But I remember a few mild, wet and windy ones mixing as well. But generally, seemed to be sort of colder, frostier, foggy type weather that you used to get in on bonfire night back in the day. We've also got Dawn46 saying, afternoon Gav, hope you and everyone well. Very warm and sunny here in Gloucester, and it's 21 degrees. Well, thank you so much, Dawn46, for being with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for listening to our live stream. And yes, it's a glorious afternoon out there, isn't it? In around 10 minutes or so, we'll have a look at the latest observations and see how those temperatures are doing. But I think a lot of places have definitely popped up to around 20 degrees or so this afternoon. So it's been absolutely glorious out there. Ella Trisk is saying, whoops, we've scrolled down to the last comment, so I've got to get ourselves back up to where we were. Same idea with this. I'm sitting here looking at your comments as you are posting them. So the live chat does have a tendency to scroll down to the last comment, and I'm going to get back to where I was. So we've got Ellie Trish K, I think that is actually, saying, yeah, definitely looks more blue, although that's what it looks like. So I think that refers to the sky being bluer at the moment due to the lack of planes and whatnot. I've definitely noticed that the sky is that darker bluer colour. Jaris is with us saying, hello Gav, have you looked at the snow event that's probably going to happen in Central Europe on Monday? I haven't actually, Jaris. I haven't had time to look at that in detail. So something about that may be coming up in the next few days. It is possible that we might sort of do a live stream snow watch on Sunday. I'm going to be doing a Sunday afternoon lockdown live stream. So it's possible we might combine that, like, with Snowwatch. That would be absolutely remarkable, wouldn't it? If we combined a lockdown live stream in May, in the middle of May, with Snowwatch. But it's not totally out of the question that we could do that. So maybe that's something we'll look at in Sunday's live stream. And if we do, that will certainly be a live stream to remember, I think. Andy is saying you wait till winter for snow and for Snowwatch and get one in May. Yes, absolutely typical, isn't it, Andy, of the weather to do that. But as I always say, you just never know about the weather. The weather is always looking for new ways to shock us, to surprise us, to do something that we didn't expect it to do. And here we go again. The weather looks like it's going to do something to shock us and surprise us. Bear in mind that for the UK, I think snow will be very restricted. So snow will be northern Scotland, probably eastern Scotland, probably to low levels there, though, if we do bring in the minus 10 Celsius ice firm. Sort of northeastern England at elevation, might get some snow, and then just maybe wintry showers like graupel or hail running down the east coast, possibly affecting East Anglia and Lincolnshire, those sort of areas. So we're not going to be talking about widespread, I would be no surprised anyway if we're talking about widespread countrywide sort of snow showers. It's not going to be as widespread as that, but it is a notable northerly, this. Definitely looks like it is. As I say, in around the last 5 minutes of this live stream, I'm going to have a look at the GFS. Hopefully by then it will have updated to the weekend. I'm not sure if it'll be quite out to the weekend, or the full weekend, but I'm going to hopefully it will be, and we'll see whether the GFS midday run is still bringing in that -10 sales lights. If we hadn't altered the clocks, if we were still in GMT, then it wouldn't be a problem, because the midday GFS run will be updating right now. But of course, we altered the clocks, we're into British Summer Time, and all the miles update an hour later than when we're in GMT. But we'll have a look at that anyway, right in the last 5 minutes of the video. Or the live stream, I should say. We've got 43 people with us, so we're hovering around 40 people watching, 40 to 45. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this afternoon. Don't forget to give us a like on the video, and let us know that you're enjoying the live stream. We've got Paul Miller saying, "Hi Gav, hope you're well, and everyone else. Bit warmer in Suffolk today. In Suffolk today in sunshine as lighter winds. Do you think we will see wintry showers down here on Sunday?" Probably not, Paul. I mean, I would never say never, and it's going to be a cold air mass. But I think where you are, it's most likely to be rain, hail, you know, that kind of thing. I would be surprised if you would see snow down in Suffolk on 10th, 11th of May. But again, never say never. It is quite an unusually cold air mass. Mark is saying, also, Gavin, could this cold snap be like 1997? So, yes, we've discussed that. There is a little bit of a similarity to what happened, excuse me, to what happened over the early May Day bank holiday weekend of 1997. Graham Doolan is with us saying, "Hi Gav, hope you're well. Gorgeous day today." Thank you so much, Graham, for being with us this afternoon. Yes, it's absolutely lovely out there. You wouldn't believe the shock that's on the way. You wouldn't believe the shock that's on the way for the weekend, would you? We've also got Craig Winterham saying, "Best weatherman around, Gav." Oh, that's so nice, Craig. Thank you so much for saying that. That's really lovely. I'm always blown away by everybody's kindness and their lovely comments that I receive. So I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. Really, I'm doing the best thing you can, because I'm doing something that I love. That started off as like a hobby, and it's become like a career for me. So I'm very, very lucky and very blessed to be able to do this and to meet so many lovely people. But that's a really nice, lovely comment, Graham. So thank you so much for that. And hope you're having a lovely afternoon as well. Thank you for tuning in to our live stream. Lisa Cotton is with us saying, "Afternoon sunny here on the Isle of Wight." So afternoon, Lisa. It sounds like you're having a nice time down there on the Isle of Wight, definitely. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. We've got Math Mikey saying, "It could happen this year if a strong La Nina develops." So I'm not sure what that relates to, Mikey. Maybe I've missed something with that. If you could let me know what that's relating to, that would be really great. But I'm not sure we're going to get a strong La Nina, actually. I think we probably will sort of move towards a La Nina. I think the CFS is still indicating that we're going to move towards a La Nina, but it's probably going to be more on the weaker side. So I'm not sure we're going to get a strong La Nina, but if you let me know what that prediction is related to, that would be absolutely great. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. Andy's reminding us we had snow in 1975 and a glorious summer after that. So yes, that is true. Andy, very famously, snow was widespread across the country on the 2nd of June 1975, which is why when people ask me whether it can snow in May, I say my response to that is that yes, it can definitely snow in May, because we know that in 1975 it actually snowed in June. So if it can snow in June, it can definitely snow in May if all the parameters come together. But yes, you're right, 2nd of June 1975, heavy snow showers on a strong, cold, northerly wind, and then 3rd of June, all the snow melted away. After that, it was a hot summer, and it got really, really hot, actually, in July and August of 1975. The two drought summers, of course, back-to-back, 75 and 76, famously. But 1975 was actually slightly hotter in August of 1975 than August of 1976, which quite a few people don't know, but yes, definitely that was the case. Lisa's saying, yes, I should have been on your side of the water. I think that's private conversation that's going on. So let's scroll down and have a look at one or two more. So Mark is saying, would you do a historic some point of the year of 1997? Not sure, Mark. We did the historic video very long time ago, years and years ago, for the May Day Bank Holiday weekend. I suppose 1997 is quite an interesting year, though, because it had a cold winter for 96, 97, or certainly a cold start to that winter anyway, with like bitterly cold easterly winds. And also had quite a hot August after a drenching June. So it is quite an interesting year. Yes, there could well be more historic videos looking at 1997 at some point, actually thinking about it, because it is quite an interesting year weather-wise. Okay, let's go back and have a look at one or two more comments. So in around 5 minutes, we're going to do a bit of screen share and have a look at latest observations from xcweather.co.uk. We'll have a look at the options on the table within the ECM ensembles, and we'll also have a look. That'll probably be in the last 5 minutes of video. Have a look at the GFS, see whether it's still bringing in the -10 Celsius ice firm over this weekend. I'm expecting that it will pull up short in the end, that -10 Celsius ice firm of the UK, but we shall see. 46 people with us right now, so thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in this afternoon. If anybody is new to our live streams, then please can you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that would be absolutely great if you do that. So let's have a look at a couple more of the comments, and then we'll do back a bit of screen sharing. So VK is asking, are you going to do Snow Watch and Storm Watch? It is a possibility, VK. It's a possibility. I'll keep a close eye on it, see what the funding potential is for Saturday. I think Saturday will be the main day, the funding potential, and then see what the wintry possibilities are for Sunday. I'll be surprised if I actually do a video for Snow Watch, really, because I don't think snow will be widespread enough for the UK on Sunday and Monday. I think what snow there is will primarily be like snow showers for north and east of Scotland, probably wintry showers for north east England, and then a mix of like hail, graupel, rain for eastern coastal counties like Lincolnshire, East Anglia, those sort of areas, southeast England. So I'm not sure there's enough there to warrant a snow watch, but I think we may look at snow possibilities more widely across Northern Europe, and of course we're taking in your reports as well, your local reports, when we do Sunday's live stream. So it could be a very interesting live stream, I think, that one, where we have people coming into that reporting that they've got snow on Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. That will be an interesting watch, I think. So put it in your diaries, 5 PM Sunday for the live stream then. So we've got Barry Wilkinson with us. Thank you so much for being with us, Barry, saying, do you think the lockdown and the reduction in travel of all kinds will have any sort of impact on the upcoming seasons? I doubt it, Barry. I doubt it will have any actual impact on the weather. But we shall see about that, because I'm not an expert about whether it would do or not, but I would think it's unlikely it would have any impacts directly on the weather. I think there is a little bit of a theory that we may see the temperature going up a little bit with less pollution and whatnot, but I'm not sure about that. I don't think that the lockdown will have any actual impact on the weather itself and the air masses and that sort of thing. Matt Mikey is saying, do you think the big change in temperature could cause big thunderstorms? It looks like there's a possibility of thunderstorms for some parts of the country on Sunday afternoon, Mikey, ahead of the cold. We're going to have watch your 5-day forecast. We'll be going into this in a lot more detail but I can probably do now because we have the charts to explain what's going on. But essentially on Saturday we're bringing a cold front into Scotland that has a normally cold Arctic air mass behind it. That cold front will then push south across the country through Saturday and Saturday night into Sunday. As it pushes south, it's coming to quite warm air, and ahead of it, it may trigger heavy showers and thunderstorms. On the cold front itself will probably just be a band of rain, and that band of rain will tend to get more showery as it moves southwards. That's the theory of what's going on at the moment anyway. We've got City and the East End 5-day forecast that had the beast from the east was good. Yes, that's definitely true, Andy. That was one to remember. Excuse me, as was the week ahead forecast that we did in 2018 just before the beast from the east. I remember that was actually the most watched week ahead forecast that I've ever done. It had, I think, had over 2,000 viewers watching that weekend forecast, and we've never got to that sort of level with a 7-day forecast before. Again, the 7 and 5-day forecast always rated a little bit lower compared to the other videos due to the fact that the information can already be gleaned from like UK Met and BBC and whatnot. But the 5-day forecast and the weekend forecast during the Beast from the East were some of our most watched, or the most watched 5-day and week ahead forecast. Right, I think with that, because we're around halfway through, we'll start doing a little bit of screen sharing now. So we've got 45 people with us. Hello, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in on this Wednesday afternoon. We hope you're having a lovely afternoon. We're going to do some screen sharing very, very shortly. Don't forget to give us a like on the video if you're enjoying it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Right, shall we do a little bit of screen sharing then? So let's turn off the image, and then we will enable the display capture with screen sharing now, and we're going to move over to xcweather.co.uk. So these are our latest temperature observations with XC Weather. We've got 20 degrees flashing away in a couple of stations. So we've got 20 degrees up there in Aviemore. Interestingly, highest temperature at the moment is in Aviemore in the UK. And then over in the Republic of Ireland, we're also up to 20 degrees at Mount Dillon. And just there, Ballymullet is at 20 degrees as well. More widely, we're at 16 degrees right now at Churchlawford. But bear in mind, these temperatures will have come down a little bit compared to what they were like an hour or so ago. But still, like 16 degrees Churchlawford, 17 at Fairford. We're at 17 at Bristol. We're at 16 at Luton. And if we go northwards to Manchester, at 17 degrees there. Capel Currig in North Wales is at 18 degrees, and Senny Bridge is at 16 degrees, with Chivenna at 18 degrees too. So we're into the mid to upper teens, still quite widely across the country. Those temperatures will have come down by a degree or two over the past hour, but nevertheless, it's still pretty warm out there. Lots cooler on the east coast. Despite the fact we've lost that easterly wind, we're only at 13 at Norwich, so still, even today, we're struggling a little bit on the east coast. Only 11 at Bridlington. Maybe there's some sort of low cloud or sea threat rolling in on the east coast this afternoon. If you're on the east coast right now, let us know what it's like. Is it sunny or is it misty? And is that what is accounting for those lower temperatures? 11 degrees at Bulmer. And then going further north to eastern Scotland, only 13 at Aberdeen. So still the temperature struggling a little bit on the east coast, despite the fact we've lost those easterly winds. Moving over into central Scotland, so Glascarnock is at 17 degrees, 19 at Tulloch Bridge, and we're going down to southwest Scotland. We've got 19 at Glasgow as well. So it's been pretty warm out there. The temperatures have come down by a degree or so compared to what they were, but it's still really quite warm out there for an early May afternoon. And tomorrow will be even warmer. Friday will be even warmer still. So before the chill, we've got plenty of warm afternoons still to come. Right, moving on to the ECM ensembles. So these are the scenarios, the options are on the table today for day 10, which gets us to the 16th of May. I didn't include these in today's week to 10-day video update. I thought we'd hold them back and then we'd have something to have a look at during our screen share portion of the live stream. So here we go. These are the options are on the table in the ECM ensembles today from the Icelandic Met Office for day 10, which is the 16th of May. I'm just going to check to make sure you can see this okay. Well, actually, I can't do that. So let's go for... I can see that. Yes, indeed, you can see this. Okay, so we have 14 members of the ECM ensembles, including the control and the operational room, that have us under an area of high pressure at day 10. So they're going to be bringing mostly dry, quite warm conditions potentially, because I think with low pressure in the middle of the Atlantic, high pressure over to the east of the country, we're probably drawing up quite a warmish sort of southerly to southwesterly wind. So that looks like a relatively dry and warm option for day 10. This middle pink box just here on the top is showing 13 members of the ECM ensembles that have an area of high pressure centred over the top of the country. And so they're, again, bringing mainly dry and fine conditions. Could be a little bit cooler with those as winds are coming in from the northeast a little bit. But nevertheless, mostly dry, quite fine and reasonably warm with them. With this second pink box just here on the top right-hand corner of the chart, is showing 9 members of the ECM ensembles that have high pressure just out to the west of us. So again, high pressure in control. With that, we could be bringing in a little bit of cloud and some slightly cooler air from the North Atlantic over the top of the ridge. But again, it is a mainly settled scenario. Coming down to this bottom bottom left-hand pink coloured box just here, we've got 8 members of the ECM ensembles that have a ridge of high pressure just out to the northwest of the country, and we're bringing in like an easterly wind with that. So again, most of these options are pointing towards high pressure at day 10. They're slightly differing on the exact placement of the high pressure, and so the exact sort of amount of sunshine and what the temperatures will be doing, but they are mainly dry, they are mainly anticyclonic options. But just this one here, this bottom middle box, 7 members of the ECM ensembles are more unsettled. They're bringing low pressure indicated by those blue colours, below average heights really, but that's low pressure. They're bringing that in off the Atlantic, and so that is a more unsettled option. But only 7 are doing that. So, I mean, these ensembles are very strongly favouring high pressure to be in control for day 10. If we go through to 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. So this getting us to the 21st of May. I'm just going to stop and have a little drink of tea. There we go, just wetted the vocal cords. So we've got this pink box on the top, has 20, top left as you're looking at it, has 20 members of the ECM ensembles that are developing a little bit of a northern blocking feature, taking the high back north again. For the 21st of May. So the heights are going back north, heading up towards Greenland, Iceland. We've got low pressure, stayed by those blue colours to our south. Probably turning a bit more unsettled and probably pulling in cooler winds from the east or from the northeast as well with those 20. This middle box just here, top middle, has 17 members of the ECM ensembles that are looking a little bit more westerly. So they've got low pressure out to the west of the country. They've got high pressure like centred just to our south, and they're bringing in a westerly to southwesterly flow. That could be a little bit more unsettled for the northern and western parts of the country, drier for southern and eastern parts of the country, and temperatures would be quite warm with that. Winds pushing up from the south-southwest. And then we have 14 just here over on the top right-hand box that have got high pressure sitting over and just to the east of the country with some low pressure out to our west. and they're going to be bringing winds from a southerly to southeasterly direction. That's probably the driest and warmest option out of the three due to the position of the high pressure, the ridge just to our east. That will be drawing up like a southerly wind. So that could even be a rather summer-like with temperatures pushing up into the 20s Celsius. Overall, nothing too dramatic showing up. It looks like by day 10, the eastern ensembles won't have us with high pressure. And then beyond that, as it gets around 2 weeks' time, there are a range of options. The high could go north, become a northern blocking feature. That will be a cooler option. Or the high could go south and start to introduce more of an Atlantic flow. That will be a slightly more southern option. Or the high could sit just to our east and draw up the winds from a southerly direction. So, and that'd be a very warm option. So by 2 weeks out, there's quite a bit of uncertainty. But before then, it looks like high pressure will be in control. And after the cold shot that we've got coming up on Sunday and Monday, it looks like we will probably go back into something dry, high pressure dominated, and start to get warmer. I just want to show you the CFS V2 so you can see what it's forecasting right now in terms of ENSO. So this is the seasonal climate forecast page from CFS V2. If we click that just there, again, hopefully you can see this okay. I'll put it out a little bit more. Hopefully you can see this okay. So this is forecasting temperatures in the equatorial Pacific Ocean, region 3.4, which is kind of like the middle central part of the equatorial Pacific Ocean. At the moment, we're around here. So we're just going to see the temperature come down slightly as we move from April into May, but we're still in like weak El Nino territory. By the way, did you see the tweet that I posted, the post I made on Facebook on Monday night, I think it was, confirming, we'll talk about this in Gals whether it's sunny roundup, but confirming that the winter just gone was the weakest El Nino winter on record. We have confirmed that this was the weakest El Nino winter on record. But anyway, where we are right now is just beginning to see a reduction. The black dash line is the ensemble mean. That is still going negative. It's still taking us into La Nina territories. By the time we get through to July, we're like on, we're around half a degree below average. That is reaching required La Nina threshold. And then the ensemble mean from the CFS V2 takes us further down into weak La Nina territory. Not much sign of a strong La Nina. To get a strong La Nina, we would need to go down to like 2 degrees below average, 1.5 to 2 degrees below average. We're not going that far. We're going into weak La Nina territory if the CFS is right. The CFS has been very, very consistent about this development of the La Nina over the past few months, and it's still going for it. And the sea surface temperature anomalies are beginning to cool down in the actual Pacific Ocean as well at the moment. So I thought I'd just include that. Right, we'll turn off the screen capture for the moment. I say in the last 5 minutes of the live stream, I'm going to go to Wetter Central and we'll see what is happening with the latest GFS run. And as I say, that will be coming up in the last 5 minutes of video because the GFS has just started updating at 4:30. So that will be coming up in the last 5 minutes of the live stream. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of screen capture. I see we're around 50 people with us right now, so hello. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this afternoon. Let's have a look at one or two more of your comments then. So I think we got to Shiram saying, hello, Gavin. Will we ever reach 40 degrees? In the UK. Hello, Shiram, again. Thank you so much for being with us during this live stream. It's one of those questions that is asked very, very regularly of me, and to be honest, my answer with that is always that probably we will at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But it seems to be very, very difficult for us to get to 40 degrees. I'm not sure why that is. But it always seems to be a struggle to make that leap from like upper 30s, which we have reached before, of course, 37, 38, make that leap from there to 40. But I think at some point it'll happen. Of course, back in 2003, when we reached 38 degrees, there was a lot of speculation then that we would reach 40 degrees at some point. Since then, it hasn't happened, so it's been a long time waiting. I think eventually it will happen, But how long we have to wait remains to be seen. Living the Somerset Life is with us. Thank you, Living the Somerset Life, for being with us. Gazworth is channel member. And Living the Somerset Life is saying, afternoon, Gavin, hope you're well and keeping safe. Yes, I'm fine, thank you, Living the Somerset Life. And thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. I hope you're enjoying, or hope you have enjoyed the live stream. You're having a nice afternoon. Luke R is with us saying, hi Gav, hope you're well. Currently 17 degrees in Malvern in the West Midlands. Yes, so we've confirmed, still pretty warm out there, Luke. And again, thank you so much for being with us. Great to see so many new names again in the live stream. We love to see new people joining in with our live streams and enjoying what we're doing. So thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this afternoon. Callum is with us saying, hello, Gav. What months are Spanish plumes more common in the UK? You can get a Spanish plume in any month, actually, Callum. You can even get a Spanish plume, really, in the winter. If we cast our mind back to, like, 2019, late in February, that really warm weather that we had in 2019 at the end of February, record-breaking warm, was basically a Spanish plume. We also think about February 1998 as well, which had very warm weather in the middle part of the month, around Valentine's Day of 1998. That was also basically a Spanish plume. So Spanish plumes can occur in any month, really, but I think you're sort of thinking of the real hot Spanish plumes that will lift the temperatures into the 30s, and then you'll see big thunderstorms breaking out. And for that, it tends to be the summer months, so any time really from around May through June, particularly July, August, can happen in September and October as well. So really May to October, or May to September, I suppose, would be the main months for the very hot Spanish plumes. And like like the fungi breakdowns that will result from those Spanish plumes. But Spanish plumes, air from Spain, can occur in any month, really. So Paul is saying widespread snow across England, Wales and Holland on the 17th of May 1935. I didn't know that, Paul. That could be something to have a look at in a future video when we explore the historic archive of charts. We'll definitely have a look at that, see what caused that widespread snow in May 1935. We've also got Andy saying hats off to CFSV2. Looks like it cooled the landing well. So we've still got a way to go on this, Andy. But yes, we are seeing the sea surface temperature anomalies reducing now in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. More about this in Gazworth's Sunday Roundup. We are beginning to see cold and average sea surface temperature anomalies beginning to gather. We could be starting to move our way towards a weak landing anyway to set up by the summer. VK is asking, Gav, are you planning to review? Are you planning a historic trilogy? I think in the future about February 2018 record cold, February 2019 record warmth, and February 2020 record wet. I hadn't planned that, VK, but good idea. I'll make a note of it, and maybe that is something that we could do a trilogy of. You know, I like to do my historic trilogies, as always, in reference to Star Wars, of course, being a Star Wars fan. Adrian Major is with us. Thank you so much for being with us, Adrian. That's absolutely great. Thanks so much for listening to our live stream this afternoon. Adrian is saying, always look forward to Wednesday live stream. Glad you can keep it going for now, as really enjoy it. The sky above Stroud is incredibly blue, and so mmany birds and butterflies in the garden these days. Well, that's great, isn't it? If we've got lots of wildlife going on during lockdown, then it gives us something, something to watch. I haven't noticed a particular increase in butterflies. There have been quite a few garden birds, right? I haven't noticed a particular increase in butterflies. I have noticed a few more bees so far this summer than has been the case perhaps in the last couple of summers. They do a fantastic job, so we should always look after and support our bees if at all possible, because they're very important to nature, to the ecosystem. I have seen quite a few honeybees around over the past few days and weeks, actually. Haven't noticed all that many butterflies though, but yes, hopefully the wildlife is having a good time during lockdown. We've got Ramcad saying, "Hi Gav, have a nice day." Well, thank you for being with us, Ramcad, and I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I hope you're having a nice day as well. Look at one or two more. John Stenson is with us saying, and it's great to see so many new names in the live chat as well. So thank you so much to all of the newcomers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. John is saying, "Hello Gav from sunny 18 degrees Celsius Carrick on Shannon in the Republic of Ireland. I've just mowed the lawn and now chilling in my deck chair, having a cold drink and enjoying your live chat. Keep up the great work." Thank you so much, John, for being with us. I was cutting the grass earlier on as well. It's got very, very long here where I am. But grass is now well and truly cut. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, and I hope you've enjoyed this live stream that we've been doing this afternoon. Excuse me, once again. Let's move down and have a look at one or two more. We will be going over to West Central in around 5 minutes, just before the end of the video. We'll be seeing whether the latest GFS run, if we can, we'll see whether the latest GFS run is still bringing in the minus 10 Celsius isotherm into the UK over the weekend. So we'll be looking at that quite shortly. And then, of course, we'll be wrapping the live stream up at 5 o'clock. So, looking at one or two more. Mark is saying, "Can you believe going in December? It'll be 10 years since the December to remember." That's remarkable, isn't it? 10 years since that tremendous freezing cold and snowy February of 2010. Who would have believed that it could be a decade since we had that freezing cold and snowy February of 2010? Got up to 52 people watching us, so thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in this afternoon. Mikey Pierce is saying double figures in Scotland. Yes, we've confirmed. We looked at late observations, Rexy weather, a few minutes ago, Mikey, and yes, we've confirmed that one of the warmest places right now is actually in central Scotland. So, yeah, been well distributed today, those warm temperatures, I think. Let's see if we can find one or two more of your comments. And we've also got, let's see if I can pick out one or two more. So we've also got Paul reminding everyone to hit the like button. So thank you, Paul, for that. Yes, if everybody can smash the like button, not literally, but if everyone can smash the like button, that would be absolutely great. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Harvey Harbour is with us, saying it's 18 degrees in the west of Wales at the moment. Thank you so much for being with us, Harvey. And yes, pretty warm out there this afternoon. Looking at one or two more, we've got James saying, "Weather Wars, the Arctic Strikes Back." I think that's a bit of a reference to Star Wars, isn't it, James? So, yes, the Arctic is going to have a go, but where was it in the winter? That's what I'd like to know. Where was the Arctic and the Northerlies in the winter? It's all very well getting the minus 10 Celsius isotherm into Scotland on the 10th of May, but where was that on the 10th of January? So it's just one of those strange quirks of the weather that you can get. Ellie is saying, "Thanks, Gav. Really enjoying my first live stream with us. Really enjoying my first live stream in the garden. Your knowledge is amazing. Thanks for all the vid posts on Facebook, which is where I follow you normally." Thank you so much, Ellie. That's really, really nice. Or Ella, that's really, really lovely and kind of you. Thank you so much for that. So yes, the social media accounts are all out there for everybody. We've got the got the Facebook page, Gazzo's Facebook page. We've got the Gazzo's Twitter page. We've even got an Instagram account, but I haven't really sort of got to grips with Instagram yet, to be honest. But we have got an Instagram account. as well for Gaz Weatherviz. So, as well as the website, of course, gazweatherviz.com, and where you are listening to this on YouTube. So it's all out there. We're across social media, and wherever you follow us, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, gazweatherviz.com, or YouTube, it's absolutely great that you follow us and support us, and you do so much for us. So thank you, everybody. For all of your ongoing and constant support that we have had. Can you believe that we have had gazweatherviz.com and the gazweatherviz.com since 2012, and the original YouTube channel? And we've had the Gaz Weatherviz YouTube channel since 2014. So all of this has been going on now for over 8 years. I never expected that this would happen. But there we go. It's just gradually grown organically, and it's happened because of all the support that we have had from all of you. So thank you so much, everybody, for that support. Right, I'm going to go to Weather Central, and hopefully we will have now the midday GFS run out as far to Sunday anyway, so you can see where it's still bringing in that minus 10 Celsius ice ramp. So once again, we'll turn off the image. We'll go to display capture. That should be screen sharing again, and here we are at weathercentral.d. I'm going to refresh the page. It's been updating as we have been talking, and annoyingly we haven't got it. Look at that, it's only updated to 27 hours out. So actually there must have been a delay today. There must have been a delay in the GFS updating. So that's rather annoying. We're not going to be able to see in this live stream whether the midday GFS run is still bringing in the minus 10 Celsius ice firm, unfortunately. But go to Weather Central around half an hour, and you'll be able to see the charts updated up to Sunday in around half an hour. But that's annoying. That didn't work out, did it? So no, that didn't work. So that's quite annoying that happened. So let's put the image back up, and it'll probably be time to wrap up the live stream. As I keep saying, I would really prefer it if we could remain in GMT, because it would be much easier in terms of when these models update. We would be well into the update of the midday run of the GFS if we was in GMT, but never mind. There we go. That's just one of those things. So just got a couple more of your questions, and then we'll wrap things up. So we've got Paul saying 17th of May 1925 -8 at Rickmansworth, and even snow showers in the Scilly Isles. Incredible. I'm going to have a look at those charts, Paul, for 1935. That's incredible that it could get that cold. Harvey Harbour is saying, any hints that it will be an active hurricane season? Yes, there are, Harvey. It looks like we're going to have quite an active hurricane season this year. I think we've got warmer than average sea surface temperatures through the tropical Atlantic. It looks like we're going to inch our way into a weak La Nina as well. So if that happens, combined with warm and average sea surface temperatures in the tropical Atlantic, we could have an active hurricane season. Most of the forecasts for this hurricane season of 2024 I've seen from like AccuWeather, NOAA, Weather Bell, they all seem to be going for an active hurricane season. The only question is, how active is it going to be? So I think we could well be in for quite a time of it, with a hurricane tropical storm season in the Atlantic Ocean this summer and into autumn. Luke Harris saying, Gav, any indications for the summer heat, for the summer possible heat wave? So if you've been keeping up with the summer updates, Luke, you'll know that we haven't had a clear and consistent signal yet. But it looks like I'm not seeing anything too dramatically bad though for this summer. So hopefully I would suspect it could be quite a mixed sort of summer. But I haven't seen any final analysis for this summer. But I would suspect perhaps a bit on mixed side, but with some decent weather at times. VK is saying, bye Gav, keep safe. Bernard Hamill is with us saying, hello all from a cloudless county, Antrim. Thank you so much, Bernard, for being with us. And Paul is saying, thank you everyone for your contribution. Stay safe. And yes, indeed, stay safe and well, everyone. So that really wraps up the live stream for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to our live stream this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope we've managed to entertain you for an hour or so whilst we continue to be in lockdown for the coronavirus crisis. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this afternoon. So updates are going to continue over the next few days. If you follow the videos regularly, you will know the recording schedule, so you know what's coming up. We'll have JMA Friday, for example, on Friday. Friday will be bank holiday, by the way, but the updates for this one will actually continue as normal. Usually I would take bank holiday, I would take the bank holiday off and I'll put up a historic video, but for this one, just this one time, actually it will be just a normal recording day on Friday, so that will include JMA Friday, a week to 10 day video update as well. Maybe I'll share a couple of charts to show what the weather was doing back on the 8th of May 1945 for VE Day. I might do that in the week to 10 day video update on Friday. Saturday we'll have weekend forecast and all of the usual stuff, and then on Sunday, of course, as well as some more summer updates and Gazzo's Sunny Roundup on Sunday, we'll have another live stream between 5 and 6 o'clock. We'll go live again on Sunday, and as I say, we could well be in a very cold air mass by then, so will we have people coming in reporting snow maybe during Sunday's lockdown live stream? Be interesting to see what's happening, won't it? 5 o'clock Sunday, hopefully I'll see you there. Stay safe and stay well, everybody, and yes, we'll see you live again between 5 and 6 o'clock on Sunday, but for today, that's all for now, and thanks for listening and thanks for watching.